So we're now about 3 weeks away from 2024, which I know it sounds crazy. Where the heck has the time gone, right? And I figured let me make a video going over Cathie Wood's top 10 stock market holdings in her flagship ARKK ETF as we're heading into 2024. So we're going to break down her holdings. We'll go over the charts here a bit on ARKK. So if y'all find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And guys, don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moo, each up to $2,000. Just simply use that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/moo. Check out the details. We'll talk more about that later. Get your stocks, guys. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So talk about volatility. When you look at ARKK on the charts, it's pretty much the most volatile ETF, at least that I've seen in recent memory. Look, back in July, it was at 51 bucks per share. Then it got down to 33 bucks by the end of October. That was a 35% drop when the entire stock market did not go down nearly that amount. I mean, you guys probably saw SPY sold off about, let's see, from about 460 to about 410. That was a drop of around 11%. Triple Q went down, I think, 15% during that same time period. Let's see, from around 385 to about 343, it dropped about 12%. So ARKK went down 35%. And you guys have to realize the nature of Cathie Wood's ETFs, especially her flagship innovation ETF. It is comprised of a lot of riskier stocks, more volatile stocks, and during sell-offs like that, overall stock market sell-offs, these stocks get hit more aggressively than, let's say, the blue chip stocks out there of the world, which we're not going to talk about those in this video. So realize the nature of her ETF is, well, just a very volatile ETF. That's just how it is. So it went from $51 to $34. That was a 35% drop roughly. And now it's pushing 50 bucks yet again. Just from the beginning of November, guys, it is up from $34. Now it's at 49 bucks. It is up 45% during that time period, which is unbelievable. Now we have a golden cross. We're above the moving averages. And obviously, you can see right here, we're about to test the highs from July being about $52-ish, $51, where we double topped and then sold off aggressively. And if you guys look here on the 1-year chart, you can see, okay, now we're pushing a 1-year high, which is good. And on the 3-year chart, you're going to notice, wait a second, this thing is still down massively from the highs that it hit about 3 years ago now. You know, back in the beginning of 2021, this hit 160 bucks per share, and we're still way off of those highs, guys. We're talking a drop of 70%. We're still down 70% from all-time highs on this ETF. And what makes it pretty complicated, well, depending on who you're talking to, is the fact that this is an actively managed ETF, meaning there's buys, there's sells pretty much every day, right? Cathie and her team, they're getting in and out of these stocks every single day pretty much, and they hold certain ones longer. You know, they trim their positions. Some of them, they're in and out pretty quickly. You know, it's chaotic. Let's put it that way. It's a chaotic ETF. So who knows how long the top 10 stocks will remain the top 10 stocks in her flagship ETF. But as of now, these are the top 10. Let's dive right into it, guys. Let me pull up this, what's it called again? A screenshot, if you will. This is a download of her top 10 holdings, and we'll go one by one here so we can make it a little bit, what's the word? We could build a bit of suspense, right, guys? You guys probably know her top holdings anyway. At least some of you probably do. But for those of you that don't know, we're going to do this in a one-by-one fashion with a little bit of suspense, guys. I know you guys like that. So Coinbase number 1 is the number 1 holding. She owns 6.67 million shares of Coinbase in this account at 900, or not this account, but the flagship ETF, which is a market value of $908 million. Unreal. Let me actually zoom in a bit more so you guys can see. So Coinbase number 1, $908 million, and that's an 11% weight of her ETF. So 11% is in Coinbase. Number 2, we have Roku, which you guys can see if I zoom or make my face a bit smaller. There we go. We can see Roku, a little under 7 million shares roughly at a market value of $684 million, and that's about 8.3% of the ETF. So Roku's number 2. Then at number 3, which you guys are probably not surprised, we have Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. She owns 2.5, almost 2.6 million shares of Tesla, and that's at $628 million market value. Unbelievable. 7.6% of her ETF is in Tesla. Then we have UiPath at number 4, which you guys can see if I scroll down a bit or zoom my face or make my face a bit smaller. What the heck am I saying here, guys? UiPath, 26 million shares at $621 million in terms of market value. That's 7.5% of the ETF. Then at number 5, we have Zoom Video Communications, which, guys, honestly, I have no idea why she owns this stock, what she believes, or why she believes in it. What's so great about Zoom? There's pretty much no moat. I have no idea. But for her, number 5 at 8.1 million shares, $585 million market cap, or market value rather, at 7% weight. So wait a second. What is Zoom's market cap? Let me actually look this up right now, guys. What the heck is Zoom's market cap? Because if she owns $580 million, Zoom's market cap has got to be $2-3 billion now. What the heck is it these days? Maybe more than that. Let me take a look here, guys. If this app wants to freaking work, come on, guys. What's going on here? So Zoom, let me see here, guys. Market cap is $22 billion. Okay, more than I thought. I thought it was at $5 billion or $3 billion because it's come down so much. But no, $22 billion, which I think is insane for Zoom. I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm a hater, but I don't think Zoom is a great investment personally long term. I think there's a lot of competition. There's no moat for Zoom. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's number 5. She owns pretty much 1/40th of the company, $580 million market value. The market cap is $20 billion for Zoom. So almost 1/40th, actually over 1/40th of the company she owns. So Block Inc. is number 6. She owns roughly, let's see, also known as Square, 7.5 million shares, $516 million market value at a 6.2% weighting of the ETF. All right, CRISPR Therapeutics is number 7, 5.3 million shares, $373 million market value at a 4.5% weighting of the ETF. At number 8, we have Roblox, which I actually like Roblox. RBLX is the ticker, 8.4 million shares at $336 million market cap. 4% of the ETF is in Roblox. Then we have Twilio at number 9, which you guys can see. Number 9 is Twilio, 4.7 million shares, $327 million market value. 4% roughly is in Twilio. The number 10, we have good old DraftKings, 7.5 million shares at $268 million market value. Then we have, let's see how many other positions in this ETF. So she has about 34 positions in the ETF. And of course, like a lot of ETFs, the majority of the money is in the top 10. So the top 10 comprises of, let's see, 3% plus 4%, 7%, 11%, 15%, 21%. So we have roughly 36%-ish. Yeah, over 50% pretty much of the ETF is in the top 10. Then under the top 10, we have Unity Software, Shopify, Robinhood, Teladoc, some companies I've never heard of here. We have 10x Genomics. Let's see. I think Palantir is 21. Yeah, Palantir is 21, which she owns $133 million of Palantir, or about 1.6% of the ETF. So a lot of these names, again, like I said earlier in the video, they're just very volatile stocks. That's what it comes down to, which means her ETF by nature is more volatile. So if you're not interested in volatility or in growth ETFs, you might as well click off this video. You might as well hit the dislike button while you're at it, because this is not going to be one for you. There's just no way. If you want safety, volatility, or something that's not volatile, a bit more, smooth sailing, ARKK, anything with Cathie Wood's name attached to it, it's not for you. But if you want something more, for the future, I guess you can say, the buzzwords, right? Future, innovation, this, that, the third. If you want to have exposure there, I guess you can say this ETF could be great for you. And I'm not trying to pitch it to you or anything like that, right? All I'm saying is the nature of the ETF is way more volatile, it's way more risky, and you have to take that into account when you're looking at Cathie Wood or any of her products, any of her ETFs. And you have to realize also that they're actively managed, right? Meaning it's not a passive ETF where it's like SPY or VOO or something like that, where you just buy it and it's the S&P 500 and there's not trading in and out every day. No, it's the opposite. Her ETF is literally comprised of trading every single day. Let me show you this website here very quickly, then we'll wrap up the video. This tracks Cathie Wood's moves in her ETFs, right? You can see that she's buying, she's selling every day. We have TTD she bought more PD, she sold some Shopify, bought more Palantir, she sold some Coinbase recently. She bought UiPath, or actually no, she sold UiPath, some of it. She sold Coinbase a couple of days ago again. She sold some Shopify 2 days prior to her selling Shopify yesterday. So she's constantly selling, buying, selling, buying. That's just how it is, and you have to realize that when you're coming into her ETF or when you're buying her ETF, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And like I said earlier, guys, this ETF is far from all-time highs. It's far, far, far from all-time highs, which again were hit back about 3 years ago at $160 per share. And the stock, or the ETF rather, to get back to $160 per share, it needs to run 250 to almost 300%. So yeah, I mean, it's possible, but will it do that soon? Do I have faith that it's going to do that in the next year or two? Heck no, guys, unless we get some sort of bubble again or some crazy market, which, who knows? Never say never, right? Never say never. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube and follow me on X at Stas Talk Stocks. And guys, if you want some free stocks from Moomoo, use that link down below or go to StasSurfS.com/Moomoo. Open up your account and fund it with your initial $100 deposit. You get 5 stocks, each up to $2,000. And guys, fund your account at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks you just got, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. So get on it. Use that link down below, guys. The clock's ticking. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.